Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Matthew chapter 4 and verse 23, we have a general summary of Jesus' ministry in Galilee. There it says, "And Jesus was going throughout all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness among the people." And so we can see that there were basically two things that Jesus was doing as he was going from village to village in Galilee. He was teaching and he was healing. And these two things were complementary to one another. And the healings that Jesus performed gave all the more strength to the teachings that he taught. And this was true because of the fact that, these healings showed that what he was saying was true, and it showed that he was speaking by the authority of God because he was working the works of God. And that comes out time and time again throughout the Gospels. But we could also say that perhaps these healings gave weight to Jesus' teachings because the people were listening to an individual who was showing great care and compassion to them. This wasn't just someone who was making a bunch of demands and trying to assert his authority on people and just kind of being very abrasive with them and things like that. These words that Jesus was speaking was coming from an individual who had cared for them, who had touched them in their most dire situations. In verse 24, it describes some of the people that he healed. He says, they brought to him all who were ill, those suffering with various diseases and pains, demonics, epileptics, paralytics, and it says that he healed them. And that's just a small sample of the people that he would have healed while in Galilee. But this showed that he cared for them. And so when he spoke to them and sometimes had to speak a very firm word to them, they knew that he wasn't just mouthing off and just, asserting his authority, but he was speaking out of care and out of love for them. And that was proven by the works that he did among them. And this is very important for us to understand as well. Because it might be the case that, our sharing the gospel and sharing the truths about God and about Christ might just be words that we speak. It might be just arguments that we give, evidences that we provide. And that's all fine and good, but those things won't really have weight until people know that we care about them, until people have seen us really go out of our way to demonstrate love for them and care for them. And so if we really want to make an impact, it's not just enough to have strong arguments and great evidence for the Christian faith, but also to have a loving heart. A loving heart will really strengthen our testimony for Jesus. And it ought to be that we, as much as we would want to be prepared to give a defense for the faith that we have, that we would also want to be prepared to demonstrate the love that we have that's in connection to the faith that we have. And in doing so, when we speak, people will know that we are not coming from our lofty, moral, somehow thinking that we're better than them or condescending to them or anything like that. They'll know that when we speak, we're speaking out of love and care and compassion for them because they've seen it in our actions and they've seen it in the way that we've interacted with them. And so, today, let's focus on not only having the right words to speak, but also having loving actions to back up what we speak. And to really show love to others and compassion to others, and to want to lend a helping hand to everyone that we come into contact with. To be selfless and to really put other people's concerns and cares above our own. And when we do that, then when we open our mouths to share the gospel to them, they'll have a much more ready ear to listen to what we have to say and to accept what we might give to them in connection to Christ. So hopefully our reading today will help us in that endeavor. And with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.